Hey, we have not had a Wisdom Family picnic in like forever. What's going on, kings and queens? I've missed you guys so very much. And yeah, so welcome to Shenanigans After Dark. So we are definitely going to get into some conversation about the chicken head over here, but really we're going to be talking about these two. So we got some updates on Nesto and what's going on with his case. And if you guys have been away, if you've been under a rock, if you've been in your bed asleep for the past couple of days, then you haven't heard that your girl got served. We talked about that on yesterday. And I have an update about how she got served, when she got served, and what she did right after she got served. So we're going to get into all of that. Make sure you hit the like button for your girl. No long intro today. We just going to get right on into it because not only are we going to get into some shenanigans, but we got some birthday celebrations going on. So let me see who's first in the building, and then we're going to get right to the business. So who we got? Let's see who was here first. Nola Brown show up. All right, Nola Brown. She said, WD, please drop your membership link. Queen, I got you. I'm going to drop the link right now. I'm going to go ahead and pin it to the chat for you, and we're going to make sure that you can get that info. Now, the membership link that I'm going to drop is for my other channel, Bad Girls Talk, because as you guys know, about 3 months ago, unfortunately, because I violated a policy, YouTube policy with my shorts, my channel was demonetized for 3 months. Yeah, they put me in a 3-month timeout, which is coming to an end in 2 days. I'm very excited. So I'll be able to get memberships and everything back on this channel. And thank you guys so much for your patience during that time. So hang on a second for me, and I'll make sure that I get that information to you. So those of you who want to become a member on Bad Girls Talk, and make sure that you are following me on all my channels. Make sure you're following me on Bad Girls Talk. Make sure you're following me on, of course, on this channel over here and on the Word Podcast. All right. Hold on just a moment. Let me just take care of this for your girl, because she was first in the building. So yeah, I gotta stop what I'm doing for Miss Nola Brown. Make sure that I get her straight. All right, and in the meantime, so we're going to talk about this subpoena, because I spoke to somebody early this morning, and we were having a kiki about the whole situation. And in the middle of of us talking, he had a whole revelation, and I say he, so some of y'all might have figured out who he is. And if you did, don't spill it. Don't spill the beans. We're gonna get into it in just a second. If I can get into my account over here. Hold on, y'all, just 1 second. Just 1 second. And then, like I said, we got an update on, we have a whole update, a little update on what's going on with Mr. Nesto, because apparently there have been some changes. So we're going to talk about those changes in just a moment. All right. But let me just handle this really, really quickly for your girl, Nola Brown, because she has been asking. I also put the link in, because some of you guys have been asking on the last video that we did. If you guys did not get a chance to check out the video from on last night on Bad Girls Talk, make sure you do that. All right, so you asked for it. I'm giving you the membership link right now. Here it is. All right. And I will go ahead and pin it to the chat for you as well. All right, so we got that taken care of. All right, Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame is in the building. Said good evening, Wisdom's daughter and family. Anissa Ali in the building. Pecan Tan said, I'm up in the picnic. We got I Am Mrs. BB in the building. She said, I love birthday parties. I don't know if the birthday girl is here yet. We are waiting on her. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about why I'm doing this in just a second. Because when people have your back, you ought to celebrate them. Kaz S is in the building. All right. She said, hope your weekend is awesome. Jam is in the building. Listen to me. 301's in the building. I got Sammy Cake, Harriet Timmons, Black but not bitter, baby. Come on now. Jules Poetry is in the building. Zenso, Ms. Lorraine, what's going on? Jeanette Davis said, "Hi, miss you. It's my birthday today. I just love it. You keep up the good work." Well, happy birthday, Jeanette. So we have a few birthdays. Shout out to all the December birthdays. If you are a December baby and it's your birthday today, just put it in the chat so we can celebrate you as well. Shout out again to Jeanette Davis. It's your birthday. All right. Born to Count is in the building. All right, Nesto Shackle, Shuffle Walk of Shame says, strangely, she has not told Nesto about going on Big Jeff's podcast or mentioned the subpoena to Nesto in text messages or on the after court phone call. So being that you brought it up, all right. And our birthday girl is in the building. Kia Elder is in the building, Queen. We are here to celebrate you. I'm gonna come back to the whole Nesto situation, but just let you guys know. Kia Elder is one of my mods, and she has she's kind of like one of my road dogs. She's been there just about from the beginning. And of course my phone will be ringing during my live, right? But listen, life be life and people go through things. And oftentimes when you're going through something, people will tend to not have time for other people because I'm going through something. And I'm going through something. I'm busy. And so, but this queen was going through a really rough patch, but she shows up to every single live. Okay. Every single live she shows up. She had a birthday. And nobody should celebrate their birthday alone. And so we are most definitely going to celebrate you, Queen. Y'all give me just 1 second. Because when somebody calls you twice, you know that it's important. So it is muy importante. So give me just 1 second. Let me just answer this call and see what's going on and make sure that it ain't nothing crazy. And then we're going to get into some casting. We're going to talk about Nesto's movie and who he is going to cast and who we're going to cast in his movie. And we're going to get into a whole bunch of other things on tonight. So y'all hold on 1 second. Y'all bear with me, all right? Just hold on 1 second. Stand by. All right, I don't know what it was. They didn't answer. So somebody called me twice back to back. I called them back twice and they didn't answer. So I'm just going to let them know, listen, I'm on live. I ain't got time. And I'm not going to say that. But anyway, so I wanted to celebrate my girl because, like I said, she's on every single live. And even though she was going through a difficult time herself, and could have just focused on herself, she still made time to be here for me. And as you guys know, moderators, they're volunteers. It's not like they get paid. But Kia, what I need you to do is drop your Cash App into the chat, all right? So that we can bless you with a little bit of something on your birthday. So please make sure you do that. And don't tell me no, okay? I know she's gonna be like, no. She's one of these types of people that does not like to be in the limelight or anything like that. So I'm not gonna make a whole big deal about it. But please, by all means, put your Cash App in the chat so we can celebrate you, okay? All right, so let me get this banner up really quickly. And all right, happy birthday to you, Kia. I appreciate everything, every time you showed up for me, every time, you were going through your own situation and you could have just been like, listen, I can't mod today. I definitely appreciate you being there. All right. And to all the Sagittarii, all the Capricorns, okay. It is your season. It is your time. So happy birthday to all of you. All right. Now let's get into what you came for. So where is the comment? So I'm gonna tell you who I spoke to. Actually, I spoke to Dennis this morning, right? And we were talking about the subpoena situation. Dennis had also captured photos. I captured photos. And in one of the photos that Dennis captured, he realized that Miss Thang was actually reading the subpoena. He looked at the photo and he was like, oh, she's actually reading the subpoena. So he captured the very moment right after she got subpoenaed. So here's what happened. See, what had happened was, she was in the courtroom. And if you guys saw Pam's video, you may have noticed a really, really big white guy. I think he was wearing a white t-shirt. He was sitting on the far right side of the court, close to the TV. So you may have noticed him when they were showing the body cam footage. Anyway, he came into the courtroom, he served her, and she ran her behind up out of the court in a cut somewhere so she could read through the subpoena. I guess she didn't want anybody to see her reading the subpoena. But it was absolutely hilarious that he actually captured the moment. And so, because when I came in, she was in the courtroom already. So apparently she was being served while I was setting up my equipment. She was behind me. But so interesting. And I think somebody said that she has not apparently, it was Nesto, Shackle, Shuffle, Walk of Shame, would know. Said apparently she has been very quiet about her going ons. Okay. So she's been quiet about being on Big Jeff's podcast. She ain't told Nesto about the subpoena. And I was on Bougie's channel earlier today, Real Talk Bougie. And she said that she kind of took a little peek at, some of the calls, and they've been real short, like really short. So I guess he's only talking to Sonia on his free calls, them free calls once a week, because your girl ain't got no money. So we did a poll last night on Bad Girls Talk, and most of you seem to feel that she's going to turn state's evidence, that she is not going to she is not going to go to jail or pay any fines on behalf of this man. But understand, once again, she has to turn in everything. She has to turn in that power of attorney that infamous Sylvia signed. Okay, no, not signed, but notarized. And to my knowledge, from what I was told, and from what was said on various YouTube channels, including infamous channel herself, Nesto obviously is behind bars, so he can't sign it. And what lawyer was present? So they might have a problem with that POA. I'm just saying. They might have a problem with that POA. Let me check to see. Kia, did you put your Cash App in the chat? Please put your Cash App in the chat. This way we can bless you. There it is. So let me just put this up on the banner. All right. So those of you who can, I'm just asking if you can just give $5 to Kia. If you want to give more, by all means. Please do not send me any Cash Apps on this evening. If you do happen to send me any super chats, I will send that money over to Kia in the form of her birthday. But I would rather you send all gifts directly to Kia for her birthday. So that's what I'm asking all of you guys to do. And those of you who can, who are able, I appreciate that. All right. So we're going to celebrate you. People don't always tell you what it is that they're going through. And you never know what people are going through. But again, when people are there for you, you definitely want to show your appreciation. And Queen, I appreciate you so very much. I'm going to tell you something. Just showing up sometimes is enough. All right. Sometimes just showing up is enough. And she shows up every single time consistently. So I appreciate you, Queen. All right. Please help me celebrate Here with a gift. All right. So we got your Cash App. Put it up here. We got the Cash App. All right. Rita's Gal 75. All right. So there we go. All right. I'm about to put that up. All right. There we go. All righty. So let's talk about Nesto for just a second, because I imagine that it was Sonia that talked Nesto into requesting that his lawyer put in a motion to suppress evidence from the vehicle. Y'all know that Nesto's been talking about a speedy trial. All of this time, he's been talking about a speedy trial, a speedy trial, a speedy trial. Well, his trial for his final plea has been pushed back to June of 2025, y'all. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to pull it up right now so we can take a look at it. And you know what? I kind of feel a little bad for Nesto because I feel like this man is really starting to regret that he ever trusted Sonia and thought Sonia could help him with anything. But yeah, listen, your girl over here talking about dismissed or indict. Well, anyway, hold on one second. Let me get the right case number up here. And I did try to trace the case number that was identified in her subpoena, but it is definitely with the grand jury, and it is a completely different judge. So I have a feeling that that is not necessarily related to this particular case, but they may be working on an indictment for those other charges. All right. So when you, okay, let me show my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Here we go. So when I look on here, there it is. Now this was further up and it had a date of, I think, January 24th of 2025. Now it is, okay, there's nothing here. Now it is June 10th of 2025. This man is not going to go to trial until June of 2025. So much for a speedy trial. Nesto, we've been telling you for over a year that this girl is not a paralegal. She's not a lawyer. She don't know what the hell she's talking about, okay? And now she got her own problems, so she definitely can't help you now. She ain't been no help to him all this time. But yeah, sir is going to have to wait until 2025. Oh, poor Nesto. Poor Nesty. He gonna be... This man ain't never getting out because this lady right here just swore she knew so much. Okay. So yeah, so that's what's going on. That is the latest with your boy Nesto. And so it has been, we have been having a kiki for the past couple of days because, as I said earlier or yesterday, for those of you who weren't on my live on Bad Girls Talk, this is how your girl came to court yesterday. Okay, what you can't see is the shirt that she's wearing. It's a pink button down. So you see this white button down. Okay, she had a pink button down, except that her whole front was flat. So I don't know. I think she had those implants removed. But anyway, she's wearing this pink wool overcoat. You know, these big, long, wide, wrinkled up pants, swimming in these clothes, and then she's wearing pink strappy prom shoes, okay, hooker shoes. So yeah, you know, if she doesn't turn over this evidence and they decide to lock her up for the 20 days, and that's the maximum, it says no more than 20 days. So you know, she better ask Sylvia what it was like if Sylvia ain't told her already. But this is what she gonna be looking like when she get out. Okay, she gonna be looking a hot mess, and we already know what Nesto is gonna be looking like if he ever do get out. So yeah, so poor Nesty Zesty is gonna have to wait all the way until June, all the way until June for his trial. So I don't know what's gonna happen in between then, other than these motions going back and forth. But I am anticipating that there is going to be a I'm anticipating that there is going to be an indictment coming very, very soon on this case. I'm also anticipating that somebody else is going to be subpoenaed potentially as well. And so it is going to get quite interesting. Um, we did hear from Real Talk Bougie that Nesto was requesting some emails or something like that from Sonia. So we're gonna see where this goes. I don't know, but this man wanted a speedy trial. He wanted to know his fate. He wanted to hurry up and get to whatever the get to was gonna be, and now he gonna wait another 6 months. Nesto has got to be sick right now, and that's exactly what you get. Okay, because if you still had your good wife, you probably would have been out by now. But anyway, shout out to Harriet Timmons. She said my birthday was the 12th. And I don't know if you're saying that you are 72 or if you were born in 72, but happy birthday as well to you, Queen. We appreciate every last one of you, but we want to celebrate everybody who's having a birthday. So if you're having a birthday this month, happy birthday to you as well. So is Nesto gonna make it to June? What y'all think? Is he going to make it to June? Leo Lady 251 said, "Hi, Queen WD. Today I'm officially Tay Reef." Okay, you gonna have to help me out with that one. But whatever you are officially today, congratulations. But what is TEY? Is that an acronym for some? Listen, y'all know y'all better stop with all these acronyms. You gotta help me out with that one. I'm not sure. Born account said, well, if Nesto just so happens to get lucky and gets off, he's currently getting just a small amount of that karma Sonia believes in. Well, y'all guys gotta remember, once Fulton County is done with him, he has to deal with Henry County, and then he's gonna have to deal with some stuff out in Tennessee. And so yeah, Galatians said, I really believe both of them, Bible Lady and Boneytail, gonna get indicted and end up in jail. It's possible. Y'all also have to remember, Sylvia had shared with us a few months back that she got an email saying that her entire Google, that's YouTube, that's Google, that's any messages she sent utilizing Google Voice. I think I mentioned emails already, photos, anything to do with any platform owned by Google that she was being subpoenaed basically with her account, and that they had to give access to all of her information to the DA. And there was a case number associated with it. And I have to go back to the live. It's on here somewhere. I'm gonna have to go back to it on my channel when I covered it, because she when she showed the email on the screen, Bible Lady loves to tell her business, right? Y'all know she loves to run her mouth, right? And so when she was talking about this situation, this was around the time that she thought she was going to lose her Rule 22, and then she ultimately did end up losing her Rule 22, or they made her apologize and promise to get etiquette classes and whatnot. But anyway, there was a case number in that email. And I'm wondering if that case number is the same as the case number that's in the subpoena that Sonia just received. So I'm going to go back and check. And those of you who remember that live, if you want to go, stupid around Bible Lady's channel, but I will go on my own channel because I did cover it. And usually when I do a live about her, her name is in the title or in the thumbnail. So I'll be able to find it. And I want to know if it's the same case number, because that would be really, really, really interesting. Sonia answered back, allegedly. Superfly, she answered back. He'd rather do jail. He'd rather do jail than prison. That's true. Maybe him getting a speedy trial is not what he wants, because if he thinks things are bad now, trading sausage for cereal, he gonna be trading more than that. He may not have any pictures of Sonia's to trade. He might be trading pictures of his own self. Hey, Queen, check out the court docs, please. Sorry, some of these messages might be just a few minutes behind. Okay, Harriet Timmons said, I'm 72 years old. Well, Queen, you are 72 years young, and God bless you. Let's see if Sonia will. I'm interested. But she answered back. That's what she was saying. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Let me just refresh it and see if I can see it. I'm not. Let me see. What is this? No, this is for Detective Fields. Okay, that's not it. Let's see. State's response and opposition. Okay, that's old. Let's see. Return. Yeah, this is. So I'm not seeing it. So I'll do more of a deep dive, but y'all know that there are multiple other content creators covering this, and many of them are a lot better at this than I am. And so I'm not seeing an answer. I'm not saying that it's not here. I'm just not seeing it. And it might take me a little bit of time just to go through this entire thing. But I can't, when I do find it and I'm able to read it, if not, what is this? This is okay. This is the same thing. Once I do find it and I get a hold of it, we'll definitely talk about it. Cause I wonder what she said. Do y'all know? Does anybody know what she said? Superfly, do you know what was in the answer? Cause I'm not seeing. Oh, sorry. I got Nesto's face up here. Y'all can't even see. Y'all can't see what I was looking at. I was trying to see if it was listed here. And I've refreshed the screen, so I am not seeing I'm not seeing an answer. So I'm not sure where it might be. But anyway, once I do find it or I do get a hold of it, I'll definitely let you guys know what it said. You know, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, you retired. Congratulations. Y'all give a congratulations to Leo Lady 251. Listen, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. It is a blessing to be able to retire. So congratulations, Queen. Queen is retired. Okay. I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Hold on 1 second. That's what her nutcase bunk monkey said. Superfly. Superfly, you nuts. She said that's what her nutcase bunk monkey said. That's gonna be her bunk mate. If she answered, it hasn't been filed yet, and that's probably why it's not coming up here. But trust me, I'm gonna be checking this docket every doggone day. Every day. That old lady, IS got it on her live and reading it. So maybe she's not filed it yet. It probably hasn't been filed. And if she has a copy of it, you know they're best friends. So that's probably what it is. Oh, she's in trouble if that's not filed and she's online reading it. Listen, sometimes you got to give people just enough rope to hang themselves. So let her go ahead and keep doing what she's doing, okay? I don't know how that works. I don't know from a legal standpoint. That might be a good question for Pam. And is that an issue? The fact that matter of fact, hold on 1 second. Let me make a phone call to somebody who might know. Let me see. I don't think they're live right now. Let me make a phone call real quick. I'm gonna phone a friend and ask a question. Phone a friend and ask a question real quick. Lord have mercy. Let me see something. You might mosey on over there. Let me see something. I don't usually go over there, but I might just go over there just to be nosy. Let me see. Let's see which one of her channels she's doing this on. Hello? Hey, it's me. I'm actually on live. You are not going to believe what's going on right now. So apparently, Phonytail answered the subpoena, and her sister wife is on live right now reading the girl's answer, and it hasn't even been filed with the court yet, as far as I can see. I got a question about that. Give me a call back. It's Wisdom. Bye. All right. So I'm not sure which one of her channels she's on. So okay, I see it. Sonia responds to state's motion. Sonia is not having it with a question mark. Why would you put a question mark? For somebody who got 3 degrees, she can't read or write. Will she emerge victorious? Oh, let me share this. Will she emerge victorious, or will the state's motion prove too powerful to overcome? Watch and find out. Lord have mercy. I really don't want to watch, but I'm going to pull it up.
Too, you got to remember that.
Ugh. Y'all know she was on a live last night. My mama was like, oh, she's on a live, and she been on for 2 hours, and there's only 60 people in there. Chewing and carrying on, and I mean chewing like a horse, like on some for real, chewing like a horse. Chewing like a horse. Oh my God, this lady.
The Miss Sylvia show. I like that song. I'm telling you, it's the bomb. It hits home. Hi everybody. Well, I come back to give you guys some update in regarding to Nesto's case. This is regarding Sonia's response to the state. I managed to.
That hasn't been filed yet.
Swipe up the information.
It hasn't been filed yet. So how you have a copy of it?
I got it. Sonia's response to the state. I managed to swipe up the info.
Motion to quash. But why is she writing this to Judge Dunaway? This has nothing to, you know what? Wait a minute, y'all. Wow. She's writing a motion to quash, and she has Judge Dunaway's name on it. I'm going to make it big so y'all can see it. Okay? You see that right there, right? There's the case number. It's 22DA07995. Motion to quash, and then it says Judge Dunaway. But that's not who's on the subpoena. So why would you put Judge Dunaway's name on it, and that's not even who subpoenaed you? Hold on one second. Let me go into my downloads and look for this document. This was she's supposed to go before the Honorable Judge Charles Eaton. He's the presiding judge. You know who probably helped her write this response, right? And it's not even in the appropriate font. It's supposed to be in Times New Roman, but anyway. You know, I can't. All right, let's see. I can't stand this lady reading, and unfortunately, it's too blurry for me to read it to y'all. So let's just go.
I got it. Okay, so she was responding to the motion that, well, to the subpoena, not motion. They subpoenaed her, and then they put the motion in the system, and so Sonia responded to the state in regarding this motion, and she responded to quash the subpoena, to quash it. I'm guessing that she really don't have anything that can add value to the state's case, so she basically responded to them. All right,
Sylvia says, I'm guessing, and I'm so glad that she's not chewing up in here. I'm guessing that she doesn't have anything valuable to add to the state. Really? That's your response? She doesn't have anything valuable to add to the state. So that's why they are going through all the trouble to subpoena her because she doesn't have anything valuable to offer the state. You got to be kidding me. You have got, you know what? Some people just need to stay in their lane. You don't need to be, Sylvia don't need to be helping anybody with no legal anything. Apparently, they know that she has stuff of value. Okay. And whatever she has can confirm what they already have. Or it's possible that she has some stuff that they don't have, or it's possible that they might be wanting, this could potentially be a little bit of a setup. What do I mean? Because, for example, turning over that POA, and if it wasn't done properly, meaning because, Sylvia tells all her business, so everybody knows that it was the notary. She notarized it, but it was supposed to be either in the presence of the person who is authorizing the power of attorney, which would be Nesto, or his attorney in his absence. And I don't believe that any attorney was present. I think they just did what they wanted to do. And so if that is the case and anything is fishy, they can bring her and Sylvia up on charges.
Let me go ahead on and read this to you guys.
Please don't.
It says Superior Court of Fulton County, Georgia. State of Georgia plaintiff versus Ernest L. Williams, defendant. And then it gives a case number. And then it says to Judge Dunaway, motion to quash. It says Durham's motion to quash State of Georgia's subpoena for production of documentary evidence. Now comes Sonia Durham, pro se, and objects to the State of Georgia Fulton County subpoena for the production of documentary evidence in the above referenced matter by this motion to quash. All right, the next thing it says, 1, Ms. Durham has no legal ties to the defendant in this matter.
All right, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to interrupt her. I'm going to let her read it straight through because I promise you, if I don't, I'm going to have something to say every sentence that she reads. But really, she has no legal ties to this man? Okay, if you say so.
Which would assist in her gaining access to information that the State of Georgia cannot obtain through other means. Ms. Durham is a friend of the defendant. 2, Ms. Durham has no accounts shared with defendant. She is not involved other than support for the defendant. Because bond was unable to be posted, defendant was not able at that time to obtain information himself, proving his innocence in this matter. No reliable counsel. Number 3, Ms. Durham has no ability to access any information that the State of Georgia cannot obtain through subpoena from those sources, i.e. Meta, Metro PCS, Google, banking institution, text messages by and between defendant and anyone associated with this case, etc. The State of Georgia still has defendant's cell phone and code to same. Information obtained by a secondary source holds no value in court. 4.
All right, so we're going to pause there for just a second. So basically, Infamous is saying that she, meaning Sonia, has no legal ties to Nesto. However, Sonia, you got her assistance. Sonia got Infamous assistance in getting a power of attorney for Nesto's bank records, for his iPhone and his iPhone account and his iCloud and all the pictures and the videos and the text messages and everything associated with that account. She also set up a GoFundMe, shut down his Instagram, had access to his emails and information that the state might be interested in. So I guess because I'm pretty sure because Sonia can't afford no lawyers. I'm pretty sure she had help in writing this response, this answer, this motion. Okay, but their argument is that what she has is not valuable, nor is it anything that the state cannot subpoena or get themselves. Well, duh, they subpoenaed Sonia, stupid. All right, let's go ahead and read this subpoena one more time. Okay, it is for It is a grand jury subpoena for the production of documentary evidence. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The state is very, very smart to do this, because if they are not able to admit evidence from the vehicle, for example, evidence that would have come off one of those 3 cell phones that they confiscated, including his iPhone that he so badly wanted to get the password to, or Dion wanted to get the password to, so he could find some video that was on there. But if that evidence is not permissible in court, well, guess what? At least the evidence that came off that cell phone, well, Sonia got access to the cell phone, which means everything that she pulled off of that phone and that she gained access to, she would have to turn over, which means, at least for that cell phone, that would, and the other thing is too, his emails as well. Anything that she obtained on his behalf or from him. Okay. Let me just read this. Let me just read it. Okay, one more time. We read it yesterday, but we didn't read it over here. All right, so comes now the state of Georgia, by and through the undersigned counsel, gives notice that the attached grand jury subpoena for the production of documentary evidence, which is substantially related to the above case. So that case is the hearing that has been going on for several months now with Nesto's RICO, okay? It was served upon Sonia Durham by hand delivery on December 18th. Of course, that was 2 days ago when they were at court. The undersigned further certifies that he has on this day served a copy of the notice upon all parties who have entered appearances as counsel of record in this matter. Okay, so to Sonia Durham, you are hereby commanded that, laying aside all other business, you be and appear at Fulton County Grand Jury Lewis R. Slayton Courthouse. They have the address listed, on January 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the grand jury room, which is basically the DA's office, and to bring with you before the grand jury certain matters to be used as evidence by the state of Georgia in the case of Georgia versus Ernest Williams, case number, and then the case is still with the DA because he hasn't been indicted yet. All right. It says all written and electronic communications and documents of any kind in hard copy or digital form received from or on behalf of Nesto. And that's everything between the day that he was arrested up until January 14th, 2025. And if she does not comply, okay, then she's going to be found in contempt and she will be fined up to $300 and given 20 days in jail. Okay. So she can file a motion to quash, but that motion is likely going to be denied. Okay. If they thought that they didn't have, if they thought they couldn't get this information or that there was, nothing important, they would not have gone through all this of having her subpoenaed. And the thing is, yes, they can subpoena Apple, they can subpoena Google, YouTube, Instagram, all these things. But why do that when what they probably are looking for, one person, because, she wanted to be in everybody's business. She wanted to be in the forefront. She wanted to be in the limelight, Miss Plain Lawyer and whatnot. This is what happens when you involve yourself. Nobody told you to go get a power of attorney. Nesto didn't even ask for that. She did that. She wanted to get access to his phone because she wanted to see who he had been talking to, who he had been texting, all right, what had been going on when he had ghosted her. She wanted to shut down his Instagram page and all that. She has to turn all that over. Any emails that went back and forth between her and Sylvia about Nesto have to be turned in, okay? Electronic communications and documents of any kind. That is everything, okay? That includes any text messages to Nesto to that damn tablet. Anyway. You should have listen, Sonia should have taken a page out of Dre's book, okay, and exited stage left and said, bruh, I care for you. I'm going to support you from afar. You don't see anybody else that involved themselves on this level. But anyway, let's see what else there is, if anything.
Ms. Durham only has communication with defendant Williams through the county by phone and text via GTL. The state of Georgia can obtain video of all visits, phone call recordings, and copies of text through subpoena or written request from GTL.
They have it already, dummy. They have that already. It was already in the list of discovery. They already have that stuff. That, you know what? I'm getting upset. This is their argument. It ain't gonna work.
Number 5. Oh, hold on.
GTL.
Okay. Or by YouTube, where all this information is being played daily by channels that pushes a guilty narrative in this manner. Over 2 million views to date. The basis of the motion attempting a gag order filed by defense counsel. Number 5. Ms. Durham is under the impression that the state filed this subpoena to insert her into this matter. Ms. Durham has been very vocal about the lack of justice in this matter. Ms. Durham feels even with the knowledge of innocence, the state's only concern is to win, guilty verdict or plea. Ms. Durham has witnessed in court the matter of which the state made false statements and omitted facts to increase bond. Ms. Durham feels that the state seeks this subpoena to bring her into this matter. Number 6, Ms. Durham holds no information other than the hotel receipt dated July 1st through 7th, 2022 at 1:40 p.m. Date of his arrest, Roswell Police. From Ernest William, attached here too. And an Instagram message from LT, July 14, 2022, attached here too. All documents and videos were copies and given to the defense, then discarded. Ms. Durham only obtained information that proved defendants innocent in this matter by the request of the defendant when he had no reliable counsel. Craig Lewis. Ms. Durham feels confident that the truth will be made known by defense counsel Hoover and had no reason to retain the information.
So basically, their response is, you can get this information from everybody else. That's their response. You can get the videos from YouTube. You can get our text messages and video calls from GTL. That's your response. That's your response to the state. And Nola Brown is correct. There was no filing date from Fulton County on that document. So it doesn't look like it's been filed yet. Remember, Sonia does everything on Mondays. Okay? She is not capable of getting anything done on a Friday. So I'm assuming that Infamous got this document today because she would have gone live with it as soon as she got it, because she's looking for the views. She's looking, for clicks and likes and whatnot. Her money is funny ever since the YSL case is done. So, she's looking for another means. So I know that she got a hold of it today. And because Sonia is not capable of getting shit done, she didn't file it yet. Or she filed it, meaning that she took it down to the court. It hasn't actually been filed yet, on file, stamped by the court. She doesn't have a stamped document, which means it hasn't been released for public information yet. And I think that might be a problem. Yeah, that's how they're handling this request. Is by saying, well, I don't have anything of value to add, and you can get this information from everybody else. Jules Poetry also said a power of attorney ties you legally to the person you represent. And so when in this subpoena, she says that she has no legal ties, well, guess what? That power of attorney legally bound you to Nesto. It's not a power of attorney over him completely, but it was a power of attorney given for a very specific purpose. So, you know what? Dumb criminals, I'm telling you. I am telling you. Do y'all remember when Shirley was telling Nesto that, when you sin against God, that he will leave you to your devices? After a while, he would just leave you to your devices. Like, you know what, since you want to do what you want, you go right on ahead. He will remove his covering and leave you to your devices, which means there's no discernment, there's no wisdom. You just doing all type of stupid stuff. Okay, you got one who's a fake Christian and one who's an atheist. So, Sylvia should have read that scripture that said, do not walk in the counsel of the ungodly. Okay. Yeah. So she's digging herself deeper because she did not have to read this motion before it hit the system. But no, she's trying to get ahead of it so she can be the first to drop whatever tea. And this is the stupidest response I've ever heard in my life.
Wherefore, Sonia Durham seeks the state subpoena for the production of documentary evidence be quashed. Sonia Durham, per se, and then gave her email address. And also she has the Hilton hotel receipt of when Ernest was there. That's why those suitcase was in the car. And
what?
The seeks the state's.
You know what? Oh my gosh. Sylvia's gonna be next. She's going to be subpoenaed next. Because now they know that she has stuff. She's next. She's going to be next. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's only a matter of time. So now you got copies of his hotel receipt.
Seeks the state subpoena for the production of documentary evidence be quashed. Sonia Durham, per se, and then gave her email address. And also she has the
So you got the Hilton receipt or what have you on the screen from when he was at the Hilton. And I'm trying to look at the dates. I see January. It says arrival date. That looks like July 1st to, it looks like July 2nd. I can't tell. But it looks like July 1st to July 2nd. So I guess he was there for, that's a lot of charges for one night. Wow. All right.
The Hilton hotel receipt of when Ernest was there. That's why those suitcase was in the car.
I'm gonna try one
email address. And also she has the
get those dates. I really want to see what the dates are.
Hilton receipt.
Okay.
Hilton hotel receipt of when Ernest was there. That's why those suitcase was in the car. And the Instagram message from the alleged SA victim trying to reach Mr. William while he was after his arrest.
You putting victim information up, Sylvia? Like is she trying to go to jail? Is she trying to go to jail? Like, seriously. You Lord have mercy. They also want them power of attorney papers, baby. That's right. Yes, Superfly. That's what they want. That's what they want. Oh my goodness. She got the man's hotel receipt up. So obviously he was staying, in a hotel. Now I wonder who was in the hotel with him. But anyway, because Sonia said that she was in Florida on the beach. Okay. She wasn't here at the time. She's in it with the lawyers now. Paralegal versus people with law degrees and years of experience will find out what you know now. Wow. You know what? I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you. I really don't even know what to say. But she's going to earn herself a one-way ticket. Okay.
This is dated July 14th. No, July 24th. Hold on. July 24th. I can't really read it. I can't really read this. July 14th. Yeah, July 14th. And it says here, hold on. Hi. Me and my father have been trying to contact you since we got back. Think your phone is disconnected. Are you okay? That's the alleged victim contacting Ernest William after he was arrested. All right. And so that's basically it. That's her response to the state's motion. So most likely the judge is going to have a hearing on this, regarding this quash thing. So that's basically all I wanted to say. Hey, Steph. Hey.
All right. That's enough of that. Wow. Um, so she puts up a copy of the victim's Instagram message, or DM is what it looked like, to Nesto. And what was the point of reading that? Because you want to establish that the R victim wasn't really R'd? Because there have been a number of statements that Silverback has said about this R victim. You know, that Nesto was in court on the day that she claimed that she was R'd, even though she claimed that it happened at nighttime, and the time that it happened, there was no court. Nesto would have been well done with court. Okay? Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me just 1 second. So, sorry, we had to get these lips together, okay? So basically, what is the purpose of reading the message on there that she was asking if Nesto was okay because his phone is off? That doesn't mean anything. There's a such thing as Stockholm syndrome, okay? That is very, very real. And secondly, we don't know the reason why she was trying to reach him back, but I can't stand the innuendos, you know, because what did reading that message have to do with anything? What was the purpose of putting Nesto's hotel receipt up there on the screen when you're supposed to be talking about this girl's response to the subpoena? So Jam said she want to be infamous. Yeah, okay. If you pick a fight with Floyd Mayweather, you get what you get. I wonder if Lamont on any calls and texts with illegal stuff. It's possible. But the thing is, she got access to this man's iCloud account, right? Now, I don't know if they ever got a warrant to go into his phone and search his phone. Again, that was pulled from the vehicle, so I don't know. He wasn't with his wife in that hotel, that's for sure. No, he wasn't. They weren't even together. They had separated months before. Nobody knew that. So he was doing his own thing. The sister wives have officially inserted themselves in Nesto's case. They are going down on whatever Mary J. Blige was singing. Doing too much. Doing the absolute most. Superfly said, I bet you didn't think I would be coming in telling you this was going on. No, but I sure appreciate it. Okay, listen, you are Wisdom family, so you already know. Okay, y'all know how I end every live. Keep your eyes and ears to these YouTube streets, okay? And y'all straight be doing that because I can't be everywhere at once. So I appreciate you dropping the TTT. I'm about to have me a little tea with a little Hennessy or something in it later. At Wisdom, it's the weird hairstyle for me. Yeah, she hasn't had a haircut in a while, and the comb over is not working. If you can't afford to get your hair done, that's fine, but get some scissors. When you have curly hair, your hair doesn't have to be even necessarily. You can cut it yourself. Anyway, but yeah, I just. Some people never cease to amaze you with their stupidity. Miss Boogie Down is in the building. She said, good evening, WD in chat. How do we even know this is not a dummy account created? Second, why would she reach out and not the dad who Nesto said wasn't messing with his daughter? I don't know. But again, they're asking Sonia to turn over everything she has. And her response is a motion to quash. That's her response. Basically saying, listen, I don't have anything of value, and everything that I have, y'all either already have access to or y'all can get it. But that would require them going to multiple different sources versus they can get whatever she got. So I don't think this is going to work. Sorry. Black people or anyone should refer to a black person as silver. Black people or anyone should refer to a black person as silverback. What? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You're going to have to give some clarity on that. Either you have a typo or what? But we do nicknames over here, and the person we're talking about loves to give nicknames to people, and so we've given her many nicknames. So don't misunderstand. I don't know if you're new here. I don't know if you know who we're talking about, but you don't know the context and the background, and context is everything. So please don't get offended and don't misunderstand. Too much time on their hands. Absolutely. Lisa Glaze is in the building. I see you, Tiger Lily. Sonia better be ready to explain that baby too. Oh. Yeah, I don't. If they have. Not if they have, but she will have to turn over her recordings, because remember, she actually recorded some of Nesto's jail calls herself. I think, well, she posted about maybe 6 recordings that she did on her own on her YouTube channel, which she has since taken down. But, unless she deleted the recordings, she would have to turn that over as well. Not the Donald Trump comb over Lily. Angie B said, that's what Nasty gets for ignoring and talking down on his wife, trusting a nut with his freedom. Well, that's what he did. That is what he did. So, all right. Some of those comments, I'm not putting it on the screen. Again, GR, please don't misunderstand. But I get it. You were saying it's a typo. You were saying that should not be calling anybody. Trust me when I tell you, she deserves it. Okay. I am not an advocate for bullying. I'm not an advocate for any of those things. But when you send for me, I'm coming. Okay. And this lady has sent for me a few times. Okay. So yeah. I usually say don't come for me if I didn't send for you. Well, guess what? She has come for me, and she has sent for me quite a few times. And so yeah, that's one of her nicknames. And if you knew the kind of person she was, you would understand. That's like saying don't call a pedo, right? So and pun intended. And those of you who know what I'm talking about. She had to be talking to Hoover about her subpoena. I think so. I think she was asking him what this means, and he might have been explaining it to her. That's what I think now. But I knew something was wrong, and she was texting the entire time. She just head down in the phone. She wasn't even paying attention to what was going on. The only time her head was up was when the body cam footage was rolling, because she obviously had never seen that. Sonia's issue is that she made a lot of assumptions, not understanding law because she's not a lawyer, and not really understanding Georgia law because she was a paralegal in another state, and not realizing that, hey, I don't know what evidence the state has. So you're giving advice to a person without half the story, right? It's kind of hard to do that, Okay, I got you. I don't think that's a derogatory term. I don't think it's a term that is connected to a particular race or group. We use that term because it's like S, because her name starts with an S, but also because, she's not a small person, and not that we're making fun of her for carrying a few extra pounds. It's her demeanor. It's how she carries, herself. So it is a dig, and we know that. It's the same reason why we call bony tail, right? It's if she was a nice person, if she was a person worthy of respect, then there would be no need for that. So That's why. But don't take it personal. It's not, it has nothing to do with the person's race, and it has everything to do with her attitude and how she carries herself. Okay. And she got 2 channels. So if you know, you know, you've been on both. And one of them, I don't even go over there because it's nasty. And I don't mean nasty as in disrespectful. I mean nasty as in nasty, like adult nasty. Okay, nasty in a way that you wouldn't want your kids to see or hear certain things. That kind of nasty. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on with your girl. All right, she's definitely in. She's in for a lot. Okay, I don't even think she has processed, but it's a problem. It's a big problem, and when you're a pick me and me, and you just want to be involved in everything, well, she involved herself in a whole bunch of stuff. She claimed that she knew more than the lawyers and she could tell them how to do their job. Well, guess what? Now she gets to play paralegal because now she's going to have to compile all the documentation that they're looking for. And if she thinks she's going to get out of this just by saying what she said in that response, it's not going to work. Infamous seems to think that there's going to be a hearing for this motion. I don't know how it works. I don't know if she files this answer if they have to grant her if they have to grant her a hearing. I don't know. Does anybody know? Do they have to grant her a hearing, or can they just respond back and say, "I said what I said"? Right? You need to present this evidence, and if you don't present this evidence, then you need to be in court on such and such day to pay this fine and to do this time. So, excuse me. We'll see. We will see what's going to come of this, because I'm shocked. I'm not shocked that she was subpoenaed, but I'm shocked that that's her response, and I'm shocked that her sister wife, who, by the way, hightailed it out of the court. She didn't even stay with her. She was sitting right next to her when she got served. They were sitting right next to each other when she got served. And then Sonia runs out to read, she didn't want to read it in the courtroom. And then after the hearing was over, infamous Snake, since you don't want us to call her a silverback, infamous Snake, okay, ran out the courtroom and left her. Because that's what kind of friend she is. And I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to separate herself from her just a little bit. This is your queen. Their day is coming. Absolutely. Superfly said the heat is on now. They are screwed because they get their phones and it's over for all of them. Absolutely. And Little Birdie told me months ago that infamous Snake was sending pictures of the R victim to other people. And so it was sent to a certain content creator, not me, but it was sent to a certain content creator. This content creator kept it quiet, because that's the kind of person that they are. It would have been a great story, but when you're a professional and you understand that this is someone's real life, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, right? And so not only did infamous Snake send the pictures of the victim to Sonia, and Sonia is on record, on video at the jail saying, I didn't ask her to send it, and I told her she didn't need to send it, but she sent it to me anyway. And she also sent it to this content creator as well. So who knows who else she sent it to. So when people want to defend this woman, it makes me sick to my stomach. right? Who exploits victims? But you over at the courthouse protesting for a pedo. You over at the court protesting for a gangbanger to be released. You know? Anyway, so they're gonna get that, you know, they will find out that she got pictures of the victim and information about the victim and who she got it for. Lisa Glaze said, WD, I got here late and someone may have made this point, but I think Sonia will do the time because jail isn't new to her. She went to jail in Ohio. She was at a women's detention center in Ohio. But more than likely, she will be remanded to Rice Street because this is the Fulton County case. So that's not the kind of jail you want. People die in Rice Street, okay? I haven't heard anything about anybody dying in the place that she was at. It was a cakewalk. Very, very different story. Because if that was the case, then she would not have responded with this answer this way. She just would have been like, F it. I won't turn nothing over and they can just send me to jail. But remember, it's not just the 20 days in jail, it's a $300 fine. So, and that means she would have to come out of her pocket. Yep. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Yep. Y'all ever notice that her logo looks like a snake? That was intentional. Hold on, I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Look at her logo. This is her logo. It looks like a snake. When I saw this, it reminded me of the depiction of Adam and Eve and the serpent in the garden. This is her logo. So, you know, yeah, infamous snake. So, you know how many times she called me Wisdom's devil? Yeah, Marysville, Ohio is intake out here. I don't think she would do the time. Who will provide her colostomy supplies? Oh, yeah, she won't. She better ask Erica King. All right, she better ask Erica King what it was like. Yeah, Erica King got beat up in jail. Okay, Erica King is also short in stature as well, but she got beat up in jail. And she won't have access to her donut for her little behind. That's not what she wants. That's not what she wants. WD, we're so happy that you are back. I am too, because I missed you guys. I really, really did. Yeah, it looks just like a snake. It does. It absolutely does. Yep. What's going on, Rakia? GR said, I remember when you and her were good friends. She screwed up. I follow these developments. GR, we were never good friends. And let me explain to you what I mean. We didn't know each other long enough to become good friends. I do not use the term friend and friendship lightly. I teach my son the same thing. You have associates who you are cool with, and then you have friends. Friends are your ride or die. They will be there for you. I have a friend, we might talk once a year, but if I need her, she will jump on the first flight, okay? Because we have history. We've known each other for decades, right? She is the keeper of many of my secrets and vice versa. And if she needs me, I come running, whatever it is. I don't care if I haven't spoke to her in 2 years. She can call me out the blue. I don't feel no type of way that I haven't heard from her all year. Now she's calling because she needs something. That's my friend, girl. What you need? Okay. I met Sylvia the same way I met Bougie and many other people. I had met this woman 2 times in person. Okay. Is it 2 times, 3 times? Maybe it was 3 times. In person. And many people warned me about her. And I'm the type of person where I'm not just going to go by what somebody says without any kind of evidence, but I keep it in the back of my mind. Right. And I'm very perceptive, and I started to see some things. And then she did something to me very specifically that I was like, no, that's a problem. Got to separate myself from this person. So we did not know each other long enough to be friends. Okay. I met her on YouTube via Bougie back in like November. We hung out the last week in December, and that was that. Okay. because I realized who she really was. She did something she was not supposed to do and was catching hell for it. And she tried to use me as a scapegoat and blame it on me. My reputation is everything. My integrity is everything. That's the one thing that you don't attack. Rather than coming forward and saying, hey, I messed up, or I made a wrong call, she wanted to throw it up on me. Okay? Someone who's new to YouTube, and I mean, I was what, on YouTube 2 months at that point. So that's what it is. So please, y'all, stop saying that I was good friends with this woman. Y'all need to understand what you see on social media is not always what it is. How many of these Instagram couples you find out later that the man ends up unaliving the content creator, and you thought they were so happy, or he ends up cheating. There's a content creator right now who became famous on TikTok for her tagline, single mom becomes trophy wife, and I'm gonna teach everybody how to become a trophy wife. And she found out, now this is alleged, okay, she's saying that there's, her children had evidence of SA, and when the children were asked who touched them, they said it was daddy. Okay. Now this is a whole big thing on social media because the husband's sister is trying to discount this and says it didn't happen. Okay. But unless she's a very good actress, the way that she broke down and was having trouble breathing and carrying on, that's not an easy performance to fake. That takes a long time of studying in theater. I know, because I've been in theater for a long time. My point is, what you see is not always what it is. Okay. I try to bring it to y'all as real as I can. Okay. But yeah, we were not friends. We were associates. We were building what would have been a friendship if she wasn't who she was, unfortunately. So that's that. God bless it. Wisdom, you're authentic. Thank you for your take on this subject. Oh no, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I mean, here at the end of the day, I'm gonna give you guys what I want. Okay. If I want fake, I'll go to Instagram. I'm not coming on YouTube because listen, just like how you guys watch YouTube videos, so do I, right? And so I don't want fake and phony. I want the real deal. Truth be told, I met you because of I met you because of her during the field trip to the salon. Yep. Yeah. The infamous field trip. Sonia and her sister wife asking for help with the response. They listening for CC's to say what she should put in her response. That's why it's not filed. Really? Okay. How about you're a paralegal? You should know how to write a response. Okay? Because as a paralegal, she would have drafted many documents like this. Why does she need help? And if she was a paralegal, then she should have colleagues in the field. She should have connections. She should be able to phone a legal friend. If she hadn't talked crap about Pam Esquire, maybe Pam Esquire might have given her, a little bit of advice or assistance on that. But when you burn bridges, my mama told me, don't talk. You never know who you're gonna need later, right? So you don't badmouth and talk good people. At Queen, hold on one second. Oh, she lied. She lied on her. Oh, Queen Lily is saying that the snake lied on her husband, and she has been in a mental institution. Oh, we know that she has issues with mental health. I mean, that's a given. This woman comes from a family of incest, and I believe is the product of incest. I believe that she is the sister or the child that her mother conceived by her own father. So I believe that it actually is her. But she does have issues with mental. We've seen her have mental breakdowns here right on YouTube. Now, in terms of her lying on her husband, that could be a couple things. That could be a couple things. And I don't know what's the lie. So I'm not even going to speculate on that. There's been a number of lives that have talked about her, YouTube lives that have talked about her history, her family. So yeah, I don't know if I'm not sure. She's a liar. So what hasn't she lied about? Why do you think her and Sonia get along so well? You know, she's a habitual liar. I don't know if she's a pathological liar because she don't lie about everything, but she's a habitual liar. So you never know what's the truth and what's not. Now, Wisdom's daughter, you know that girl was a paralegal for a scammer. I don't think she was really a paralegal at all. The when I did her background and everything else like that, what I found is that she worked for a real estate based law firm, and this law firm ended up getting shut down. It was a big deal. This was during the 2008 bubble, and they basically were making money off of foreclosing on people's homes, and foreclosing on homes that technically weren't even in foreclosure and that didn't have to be foreclosed on. But they made money. They made millions out of doing that. It was a whole big thing. It's on my YouTube channel. Go back to that particular video where I talk about her background. But the thing is, the articles that were written about that law firm said that the employees working for that firm were not licensed. They were notarizing documents when they weren't licensed. They were writing up documents. They were doing all type of stuff. I don't believe she was ever really a paralegal. I really don't. Her husband wasn't the one who actually did it. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Wow, I didn't know that, Queen Lily. I didn't know that. I just assumed that, that was that. Well, okay. And she's saying trophy wife lied. Yeah. And see that's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't know who's who on social media. You have people who make a career out of pretending to be something that they're not. And that's just their thing. That's just what they do. And it's disappointing. I don't know if it's been proven or not that this lady lied, but it's disappointing that you would lie about something like that, because that's not something you lie about. Not at all. So anyway, but what did I want to talk about also? Hold on one second. There was something else I want to talk about. Not Nesto. We're going to move on from Nesto. We're just going to have to see what's going to happen with him. But so many of you probably saw Real Talk Bougie's live that she did about Peter Thomas. And it was actually really good. I think it made it to TMZ. It made it to the Neighborhood Talk and a couple of other channels. And so we thank her for that coverage and that footage. But my question is, what is going on with Black men not paying their taxes and acting like they don't know how to pay their taxes? That's what I'm trying to figure out. This man is saying, hold on one second. I got a couple things up here. So basically, Peter Thomas, his advice to everyone, but I guess he was definitely talking to Black men. His advice is pay your taxes. Peter Thomas is the ex-husband of reality TV star Cynthia Bailey from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Hold on one second. Let me just bring this up. I wanted to talk about this briefly because there's somebody else who is also coming forward to say that, oh, I didn't know I had to pay my taxes. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know you had to pay taxes? Now, in Peter's case, he knew what was up. Okay, so this is Peter Thomas. This is, let me just take this comment down. This is Cynthia Bailey's ex-husband, and I'm glad that, she left him, because I'm pretty sure that if she was still married to him, they could have come after her assets as well. So he apparently is joining a growing list of reality stars to get hit with jail time. And he's been sentenced to 18 months in prison for failing to pay employee tax. Okay. Again, that's his ex-wife, Cynthia Bailey. And they divorced several years ago. She remarried again, and that marriage didn't work. But that's another story. Anyway, so he's been given 18 months. And he also will be on supervised release for 2 years after he gets out. So 18 months might seem like it's not that big of a deal, but to have supervised release for 2 years, that's going to be a pain in the neck. He's also been ordered to pay $2.5 million in restitution to the IRS. So what happened? He pled guilty this past summer to one count of failure to pay trust fund taxes after being accused of repeatedly evading the IRS between 2017 and 2023 for several of his businesses. Now, he's not saying he didn't know he was supposed to pay taxes. He just thought he can get on a payment plan. He thought he can give the IRS an IOU. No, sir. So he allegedly owed the IRS nearly $650,000 in trust fund taxes from his employees' wages in Charlotte, North Carolina. And apparently that's just part of his issues with his taxes. He's also been accused of failing to pay more than $2.5 million in employment taxes over a 6-year period from his businesses in various states. Yes, when you have employees, their checks get not garnished, but their checks get what is the word I'm trying to say? They deduct their whatever their taxes are supposed to be, their income tax, out of their check, right? And then that money is supposed to be turned over to the IRS, or the IRS will let you know how much you have to pay for your employees. So he was just keeping the money. When he finally reports to jail, Thomas will be placed in a facility as close to Miami as possible. He will have access to educational and vocational programs and substance abuse treatment programs. Okay. Prior to his sentencing, now he posted a video on Instagram, and let's look at just a portion of this video. Let me see. I'm going to cue it up a little bit because we're not going to watch the whole thing. Let's see. I'll cue it up all right here.
18th. 2024. And today is 50 years. 50 years, because I'm an old guy. 50 years. 50 years that I'm in the United States of America. And my parents sent for me and my 2 brothers and my 4 sisters to come to America. 50 years. And I didn't think that I would be celebrating it quite like this. It's not even a celebration. Because tomorrow, being 50 years and 1 day, I'll be making an appearance in the United States government federal courthouse here in Charlotte, North Carolina, to face the music of not paying consistently withholding tax with 4 businesses over 10 years. And I thought it was something that I could rectify by getting on that payment plan and paying it. But it doesn't work like that with withholding taxes. All right.
You think? No, you cannot pay the IRS with an IOU. No.
I was found guilty. Not found guilty. I plead guilty. And with my plea of guilty, I have to sit down for a while. So my public announcement is to tell all small business owner, this is one of those things that you will get locked up for if you don't pay those withholding taxes consistently. United States government don't play with that. So if you don't have that budget to handle your payroll consistently, and you have to pay your payroll before you pay your rent, because the landlord could evict you. You ain't gonna go to jail though. Okay, but you will go to jail for not paying your withholding taxes with the United States government.
And that's a fact. That is a fact, sir. And I'm not even understanding why he didn't have the money to pay his taxes, because they made it. I mean, the way Cynthia Bailey was dressing and acting and perpetrating, I mean, they was acting like they had it like that. Leo lady, you are too much. She said, I wonder how hard Shirley laughed when she saw that side hang out, sir. Listen, Shirley Strawberry probably had her some strawberry wine and was like, that's what you get. That is what I wouldn't give to be a fly on Shirley Strawberry's wall now, boy. I would love to be a fly on her wall, but you know what? She's going to be all right. God did it, said it wasn't his first rodeo. He did not pay payroll taxes for years. He knew exactly what was going on. He really did. But now here's another one. All right, talking about he didn't know that he has to pay taxes. This is Lil Baby. All right, Lil Baby has also said that nobody told him he had to pay taxes. So apparently, Lil Baby has never had a job before. Okay. And it said the page has gone away. Hold on a second. I'm trying to bring up the article, but it didn't say the page has gone away. Okay. Let me see if I can find it on another platform. I think this was TMZ, but Lil Baby was basically saying that he earned over $1 million, over $100 million from his career, but didn't know he needed to pay taxes the first 2 years. Because according to him, nobody told him that he needed to pay taxes. And you know what? Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can get it on another platform. Let's see. And my point is, I can't find it. It's not coming up. But he was on video saying that no one told him that he needed to pay taxes, and he didn't know, number one, that he needed to pay taxes. He also didn't know how to pay taxes. So as I said, apparently he has never held a job before and didn't know that he had to pay his taxes. So he has not been incarcerated. I don't think he's been brought up on any charges because I guess he caught it soon enough. But yeah, you have to pay your taxes. And if you have a small business and you don't have an accountant and you can't afford one or don't think you can afford one, I can recommend somebody to you. She is very, very good. She works with small businesses, and you need to get with her ASAP if you have a small business. Even if you just have a small side hustle, you have to pay. They will come for you. You have to pay your taxes. Pecan 10 said, when I hear Bernie got served, I went under my bed for a nap with nobody. I don't believe it. People know taxes exist. Not our fault. Y'all don't know the different types and how the government uses them. The truth of the matter is, these men out here, they know how to father children. They know how to start businesses and how to, make millions and tens and hundreds of millions making music. But you don't know how to hire a financial advisor or an accountant to handle your affairs. Who's handling your money? So I don't believe it for a second. Not at all. Yes, Rain, we just went over that for a minute, and it was something else. We were definitely cracking up. Okay, it was something else, and I'm hearing that the reason why it wasn't filed yet is because I guess Sonia wanted to get some advice from people in the chat as to what she should put in her response. Like, you know what? It's just dumb. What's going on? They call me Mo. She forgot about those letters that she always brag about. She forgot about a lot of stuff. Sonia's been running her mouth, and it's catching up to her. It's catching up to her. So now she has to put her money where her mouth is since she talked all that stuff. What's going on, Dr. LaShonia? I see you. Alice in Wonderland said, what is going on between Sonia and Sylvie? I don't know. I don't know if they got a relationship going on. I call them sister wives because I just think it's funny. But yeah, so Sonia has responded, or she has drafted. Let me just say that. She has drafted a response because it doesn't appear to have been filed yet. There's no stamp on it. But she's drafted a response, and her response basically is, I don't have anything of value to add, and everything that I have, you guys either already have or y'all can get access to. You can subpoena YouTube, you can subpoena Google, you can subpoena Apple, you can subpoena Instagram, Facebook, you can subpoena GTL, you can subpoena everybody to get the information that you want. And that is her argument for a motion to quash. Okay. We're going to see how far that gets her. We're going to see. But guys, again, make sure if you can, you send, I'm just asking for a $5 Cash App to Kia to celebrate her birthday. I will be sending her a much larger gift, but I'm not gonna ask you guys to do that. So those of you who came in late, if you can, shout out to all the December birthdays, but we want to celebrate my mom, Kia. She shows up. She shows up every single time. And, she's, like I said, she's been going through something and it's been really, really hard. But in spite of her going through her own challenges, she still shows up. And we just want to celebrate her. It broke my heart when she said, I just had a birthday. I celebrated alone because I'm a loner. And baby, the devil is a lie. Kia, you are not a loner. You got a whole family. We ain't even met, but you got family. You got family in different area codes. All right. You got family in different countries. We here, the Wisdom family is your family. All right. So those of you who can, make sure if you haven't done so that you send her birthday wishes, but you send her just a little something for the Christmas holiday. You never know what a person needs, and you might just be the blessing that they were praying on. So please bless this queen if you are able to. I wouldn't ask if the Lord didn't put it on my heart to do it. Okay. She's a very private person. But I want her to know that she has a family and she's definitely not alone. All right. But y'all, that's really all I have for tonight. I don't really have anything else. I am really working on trying to keep our lives to 90 minutes. There are some times where we are going to have a kiki for 2-3 hours, and I can't help that. But on this Friday evening, and the young prince is, he'll be here tomorrow. My baby is coming home. So he has been living with his dad and doing very well, might I add. Let me just say, I posted pictures on my community wall, and I will definitely post pictures when he gets here. But I've got a couple things I need to do in the house to get ready for him. He didn't want to help me. I have not put up my Christmas decorations. I haven't put up the tree yet. And so I gave him a choice. You want to help me do it, or would you want to come home and see everything decorated? So he wants to come home to lights and Christmas trees and, all that tinsel and whatnot. So I'm going to get to it. Mississippi Shell at ATL says, Sonia going to jail. Sonia going to jail. Y'all so funny. Sonia going to jail. Y'all hilarious. That's it, right? That's Sonia. That's it. Sonia going to jail. That is the consensus. Sonia going to jail. Yeah, I think you're right. I think she's gonna end up behind bars one way or another. But family, it has been real. Thank you so much for being on. I appreciate you guys. Got some, some stuff that I'm working on. But if you guys haven't already done so, again, make sure you like this video, subscribe to Bad Girls Talk. You can become a member over there. The membership link is in the chat. And I am editing this video that I took from court because I did get another angle. And our batteries were dying and going in and out. So I may have some snippets that the other cameraman didn't get. But I will be putting that in members just because got to have something for the members in addition to some other stuff I'm working on. So I love you all. Y'all know how this goes. Be safe, be at peace, and keep your eyes and your ears to these YouTube streets, baby. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.